You know, what I'm about to say is likely to offend some of you modern shooters, but bear with me for just a minute while I make my point. Hey, look, I'm not here to tell you how white your shirts have to be, or that you can't be a man because you don't smoke the same kind of cigarettes as Mick Jagger. And I'm not here to tell you that you're on a losing streak. But let me just say this. If this is the only kind of shooting you're doing, and you can't do better than a single action revolver like this one from Ruger Firearms, the Ruger Single 6. It's a different kind of shooting, but it's a ton of fun. Hi, George here, and welcome to Tales from Target Suite, where I'll share my perspective on guns and shooting, and we'll have an adventure or two that will make even a grown man smile. And I know it's a long stretch to go from black rifles and semi-auto pistols like my 1911, or even worse yet, a polymer pistol, to something like this. But we can diversify as shooters, and we can have a ton of fun doing it. It's just a different kind of fun. But one thing I know, if you go to the range and you shoot like I was shooting a while ago, you're spending a ton of money. And on the contrary, you can go to the range with one of these with a friend who likes to shoot like this, and you can have fun all day for about the cost of a steak dinner. All right, there's still a can of tomatoes down there. We're gonna get set up with a slow motion and see if we can't bust it with the 22 Magnum high velocity and see if it will react. So let's talk about this Ruger Single 6. Well, there it is, the Ruger Single 6, stainless steel model, 39 ounces. It feels great in the hand, and it has a fantastic trigger pull. Less than 3 pounds. I've really enjoyed shooting this gun. And here in just a second, we're going to shoot some long-range targets, some long-range steel, and see what kind of groups we can get from a rest with this guy. But there's a couple of problems we've got to talk about, I'm sorry to say. But number one is the fit of the grip panels. It's just short of atrocious. And for a gun of this quality to have grip panels that fit like this, I just don't understand why that is, because any reasonable manufacturing technique should be able to get the customer a gun with grip panels that fit the gun. But there's a big gap in here, a big gap right here, and of course the reveal that goes all the way around, exposed sharp corners to the grip itself. Ruger, I know they can do better than this. But the other problem is mechanical with the gun, and it has to do with the loading gate. I'm going to take the cylinder out, and I'll show you what's going on here. You can see that I even had a hard time getting the cylinder out, and that's because the loading gate, if you just look at this gap right here, the loading gate, when you open the loading gate, did you see what happened? That gap right there really gets large. And so now there is a significant gap right there. It's sticking out from the face of the frame, the loading gate is, and so now the cylinder will not go back in like it's supposed to. So in order to put the cylinder back in, I have to close that or push that. It's a real problem. So again, my experience with Ruger customer service is that they are fantastic and they take care of things like this. But I can't review this gun and not point out how the gun came to me from the factory. But that doesn't keep us from doing some more shooting, and I'd like to show you guys how well it shoots at distance. So let's shoot some long-range steel with this short barrel Ruger Single 6. Pull that one to the right. All right, we'll check it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, well that's pretty good. That's a 5-inch. That's pretty good. That's a 5-inch group. I'm satisfied with that. I'm not counting this guy right here, but with Old Eyes short barrel, 22 long rifle at 60 yards, 70 yards. I think that's a pretty good performance out of the Ruger Single 6. Okay, I found where I need to hold, and it's a little bit different here than it is with a 22 long rifle, obviously. So I've got the CCI Maxi Mag. These are 40 grain total metal jacket. I'm going to shoot a 10 round group, just like I did with the 22 long rifle. And let's see what size group we can get. Okay, well that was the first group that I shot with the 22 Magnum, and it was just CCI Maxi Mag Total Metal Jacket, which gives me here about an 8-inch group. But anyway, I think that's not too bad. I'm pretty satisfied. So I want to be clear, there's no disrespect intended for you guys and girls who are really into polymer pistols and AR style rifles. Not at all. Those are great guns. They're a ton of fun. I've had my time in the saddle with both of them, but I really prefer lever action rifles, single action revolvers. So I'm giving you a different perspective and just suggesting that you should consider some diversification. That's always a good thing. And with a gun like the Ruger Single 6, it's a ton of fun and it's inexpensive to shoot, and it will really help teach a different set of shooting skills. And with that said, I'll see you in the next video.